Good morning, everyone. Mr. Dr. Dharmendra Chourishi. I'm going to talk about DSS Part 2, where we're going to talk about the features and different properties of DSS, how it will be helpful for the organization and different levels of management. And before we start, let me give you some brief about DSS and MIS. MIS is a structured format of information it provides, and where DSS is unstructured format of data where decisions will be given by a system, and it could be the more than one decision will be given by a system, and being a manager you have to select the best one. So it is not providing decision, it is supporting decision making process. Then talk about its components, database, data management subsystem. When we talk about DBMS, so data is the main feature of DSS, model management subsystem, where we will have a particular model or theorem or a particular uh, algorithm to be followed. Knowledge based, where specific information or engineered, you can say, information which will be filtered, or specific information of a particular event or policies will be used, or intelligence system will be used, where decision making will be done through some formulas. That's why we say knowledge based. Interface subsystem, where some hardware software will be used for particular access of devices and the user. These are the main components of DSS. So first is data is always crucial. Model, on which model you are working. Knowledge, mean capability of decision making. Intelligent system. Third one is on which environment you are working. Like for example, Windows is interface, Unix is interface, or operating system is interface between software and hardware. So DSS provides you interface of such system. And finally, user. So DSS components we can show in this way as well. The topmost is user interface, which model you're using, data and management, or you can say model management, model based management. Model mean which technology you're using for data processing, that is model based. Database, like if you want to store data, extract data, display data, database. So mostly if you talk about software, we use Oracle, Hadoop, big data. For DBMS, when we say model based, in which model algorithm or particular software using for extracting data or calculation of data. When we say interface, again a software on which data and user can work on. So we need to have a interface or mediator or a bridge between user and database. So interface provides you a bridge between these two. Management subsystems. So DSS, database management system, data dictionary, and query facilities. If you have a little bit knowledge about SQL, we can find data dictionary means some words, some keywords which will be used for that for particular database. We can go for some queries, like we can filter data through commands, SQL or Oracle commands. Database management system is like if you want to store data, filter data, extract data, we can do some editing, modification, of data as well. And DSS database is like a database related to decision making system, decision support system. In this category, you will have data which will be filtered again and categorized. Uh, for example, if you want to do some prediction for a particular market, particular rates, so you can put data in a particular format or database, and you can apply some theorem algorithm for that, and you can get some prediction or results accordingly. Some issues you will have with DSS, that is warehouse, where you store data. I hope you know uh, data is could be stored in a simple one system, or it may take many racks. For example, you can store data in few GBs, or what if you have to manage database of Google or Facebook, so you need many racks, many huge amount of memory for that. So data warehousing is the place where you can store data for big organization, for example Google or IBM or Microsoft. So they always have their own warehouse where they store storage of data is called warehousing. Data mining. When we work on data, engineering could be done on data, that is data mining, for extracting a certain result, that is mining. Special and independent database, DSS, for a specific purpose, for a specific use. By making some changes in model, you can get independent database result. Extraction of data mean when we get data. So in database, we store data and extract data. We can work on data. We can go for some manipulation from editing, or we can apply some formula, some changes as well. So we can change, actually we can get that data internal, external, and private sources also. Web browser data access, where you are using internet and websites and some application to access information. For example, our Facebook or Insta, where information is stored, and by use of particular application, you are extracting your data or account. Web database server. So these servers will be stored or will be rented by through this Amazon or Google or different service providers. So storage would be done, or server will be used for database, which will be web based, mean everything will be online and is stored somewhere, monitored and operated from any part of world. So it is not a physically bounded or a place where you have to use data. It will be stored somewhere on cloud, and from there you will be accessing that you with the use of application or website. Multimedia based could be graphics or video clips, music, or any other source or any other way of data. Multimedia database, GSS, some different types of software type information will be stored. Likewise, OLAP, the online analytical process, object-oriented database, and commercial DBMS. So these are the different issues we have in DSS. Here we have some subsystem, so you can get some idea. Like it's a model-based management system, modeling no language. So language mean which algorithm or formula you're using, uh, machine learning, or a particular format or a particular language you're using for that. Model of execution, integration, and command process, how you are accessing information. uh, it will give you different stages, different categories, and different platform to access, manipulate, uh, or view data. So we can use different command, different softwares to access data. Model management, uh, for different level, we can use data strategical, managerial, and operational. We can divide these things. Modeling language, like maybe we can use some language or format or writing pattern for accessing data. For example, some query could be written in SQL, or you can write some commands in Python nowadays. Lack of standard MBAs mean, like how we can use this model-based management system. Why? Lack of standard. In even though we are using DSS and MIS, still there is um, very few or limited sources or models are in the market on the basis that we can extract data, we can display, or we can use some theorems on a particular uh, database. Uh, I hope you know about uh, MATLAB or Hadoop or Oracle. These are the things on which by which we can, these are the tools actually for data execution, data filtration, and data representation. So we can use these things for different activities, different work, but still there is no standard is given for, there is no model, standard model. So these model will be designed as per the requirement of the customer or user. Use of AI in physiology. AI is artificial intelligence. It means you can use some prediction or some pattern or some data or some intelligent system which can take decisions. For example, Alexa. So you give some instruction, it will take that main instruction, it will calculate and give you result accordingly. So that is called AI. Likewise, fuzzy logics are the uh, mathematical model of formulas where information will be calculated and predictions or some calculations will be generated. Some other subsystems, knowledge-based subsystems. It provide expertise in solving complex or unstructured problem. Sometimes we need to work on some logical problems which need some expert system. So that's why it's called, it's a knowledge-based system. Expertise provided by the expert system or other intelligent system. So some calculation, some uh, expected results or expected uh, pattern will be given to the system, and system will calculate and provide you result. Advanced DSS knowledge based. Different components, formulas are there like robot. So it is expert system. It works on the basis of expert system where information will be executed on the basis of some information feeded. Softwares are used for calculation, taking decisions, and on the basis of those decisions, robot will move or work, right? and lead to intelligent DSS. Intelligent mean whenever we say use this word, intelligent mean it has some capability of making decision itself. So, for example, like when you move with your mobile to cities or to different city, your mobile accept different network. So your mobile having intelligent system to take other server or other tower will give provide you services as you come in its range. So that is called intelligent. If you come across in its range, it will provide its services. So these systems are intelligent. Your mobile is intelligent. Towers having some intelligent system. So whenever they detect a new device, it will communicate with that device and start connection and start providing its services. It's example. So that's why they are called intelligent system. Likewise, in organizations, we can make some machines, or we can make some softwares which can take decisions as per requirement, as per conditions or dynamic environment, uh, or dynamic situations, or in real time also they can act. And the last one is data mining, where data will be uh, again used as a main source of information or main resource, and we can use some model, theorem, algorithm, we can filter, we can segregate, and we can get exact expected result by using different formulas and theorems. This is all about basics of DSS. So in the next class, we'll talk about more in about DSS. Thank you.